Hello and welcome back. So today I'm doing the family challenge and talking about how family support has helped me throughout my EDS journey. Now, in my case, as I've talked about, there's actually many around me who have HEDS and have either been diagnosed or I highly suspect have it. And that has made a difference compared to what I hear from other people. I know at before we ever knew I had HEDS, my mom was had realized that sometimes I was pushing myself too far and too hard. And she brought it up. She said, "You're going to destroy yourself if you keep doing it." Now I realize that some of these things are things that my family has learned throughout years of experience of just learning to deal with something that they thought was normal because it just ran in the family. And so at times, um, I think I've had more support than others. Not so much because I got the diagnosis, but because, as I say, well, we should do this. This is what I need to do, and my kids need to do for our well being. Things like we have to go slow and steady to improve. And my mom went, your dad had to do that when he broke his hip, and that wasn't what the PT and whoever the people trying to help him improve wanted him to do, but he realized he had to quit listening to them and do what he needed to do to get better. And obviously he did. He's going strong, as I've said in other videos, in his late 60s. And people who don't know he's broken his hip would never know. And so I think that that's been very helpful for my family, is nothing's out of the ordinary. And that we're willing to use some of those tips and tricks that have been there throughout our life are just accepted. And so rather than being made feel bad for them, we're able to use that. The other benefit about being pretty positive they have HEDS is the fact that we know that EDS is not necessarily a disabling condition. That it's not guaranteed that we will end up bedbound. And yet at the same time, we are also aware that some people are bedbound. And it's nice to know that there's that continuum and that we may fall anywhere on there. And as we've gotten our diagnosis, the family's been more willing to understand when we have to take time off, when we have to say, we're doing this for our own well-being. Another amazing thing has been, I got an amazing man in my second husband. He is understanding. He does not complain when I say I can't. And he just accepts it because he realizes I won't quit unless I know I need to quit for my own well-being. And that's been huge. I think that if you have family members with HEDS or any other type of EDS, the best thing you can do is not judge. It may seem like they're taking time, that you wonder why are they, that they're saying they can't do what you feel they can. But remember that each of us are affected differently by this condition. Even if you have EDS and a family member has EDS, how bad you're affected and what it does for you compared to your family member may be totally different. That's one nice thing with so many of us diagnosed, is that each of the family can see that. They can see that my daughter, if she doesn't get correct hydration, will pass out. Whereas other members, it barely phases. And so being there, accepting them, encouraging them, but being willing to help when they need help is huge. Thank you for your time. Bye.